Give up again for Andy and Roberta. How beautiful you guys. Claudia, you guys are so awesome. Aloha. My name is Scott Katsura. I knew KEO from way back when he was still calling himself Joey. Right out of high school, we were introduced by our voice coach and teacher, Eunice DeMello in Manoa Valley. Our first encounter was in choir practice as Joey and I sang for St. Clement's Church across the street from Punahou Schools. From that day on, Joey and I became best of friends, literally. If I wasn't found hanging out at his apartment in Kalihi, or he hanging out at mine at the Halekaheka building near Ala Moana Center, then we were both found cruising together all over the island somewhere. Joey and I were most connected through our love for music of all types. In those days, I remember Joey fascinating adoration for Michael Jackson. We loved tearing up the dance floors in the most pulsating nightclubs in Honolulu. We loved going to concerts. One of our favorites was waving hello to Whitney Houston from the front row at the NPC Arena. That was awesome. My most cherished moment back in Hawaii with Joey was laying in the sand in the wee hours of the morning, like 3 a.m. on a work night, staring at the bright hoku, the bright stars, in the vast Hawaiian sky, sharing our deepest thoughts about our hopes and dreams and passions of what we wanted to be when we grew up and became professional. We'd ask each other questions like, what will you name your first album when you have one? Or, what is the title of your first #1 song? I can still vividly remember Joey's answer to that question. He said, Scott, my first #1 song will be titled, We Gotta Start Somewhere. Right? That's so Joey. As the years rolled by, Joey moved to LA and soon established himself as KEO Woolford, the singer and actor. While I moved to New York City to pursue my music career and to become housemates with an R&B singer and longtime family friend named Evelyn Champagne King. Okay, let's fast forward. Before I knew it, KEO moved to New York City. It felt like it became full circle for the both of us. In 2005, KEO asked me to compose and perform a song for a Broadway play that he was involved in, Sonnets for an Old Century. My song would appear on the CD soundtrack. I said to KEO, sure, I'll do it, but only if you sing the background vocals and arrange it too. As only KEO would enthusiastically reply, shoots T, let's do it. You will hear KEO's sweet voice in the background when I sing this song. Ironically, this play was comprised of multiple short skits, each of them with one repetitive theme, death. Each story would ask, what would someone say in the splinter of a moment before they were silenced forever by their physical death? KEO chose for me the story about a boy who loses his father. I named the song, In My Heart I Know, from the boy's perspective. This very special song was the only professional collaboration that KEO and I have ever worked on in our careers. It kind of trips me out today to think that I'm singing this for KEO, like it was prophecy or something. Right now, even more than the professional singer, the dancer, the writer, the director, and even the teacher, I am most missing my one and only go-to person, that one and only human being who deeply understood my life here in the Big Apple, firsthand, as a simple local boy from the Aina too. KEO too understood the city mentality, the quick pace, the change of drastic northeast weather, so unlike Hawaii, even sometimes the requirement of having to be that brutally honest New Yorker. Right? KEO and I shared that deep understanding of how much we both had to stretching from one side of the world to the other, stretching from the most isolated place on our planet to the empire state of our country. We stretched without losing or compromising our aloha spirit, our island customs and all that goes with it. As KEO would always remind me, no matter if you want pop star singer Scott, no matter what kind sound the artist, you either get true aloha or you know more. Aloha is where we're always the same. And together, KEO and I wholeheartedly agreed how we both found plenty of aloha spirit here in the Big Apple, and how we were so blessed through beautiful people like you that are here with us tonight. So give yourself a round of applause, please, for being here. Mahalo nui loa to each and every one of you, to all of you who are watching the live stream from around the world, and a big mahalo to everyone who put this beautiful event together. And especially to you, Roberta Uno. Big round of applause for Roberta Uno for tireless effort, for leading us in the driver's seat. Aloha nui loa, and to Patty Danko for connecting me to all of this. Thank you, Patty. I love you. So I sing this for you, KEO MAILANI, because in my heart I know, aloha wa'ia oi, I love you.
Inside of me, and I didn't even know. I heard my father say that he made it through okay. Within my heart he told me so. And I feel him standing by my side with careless people, hurt my pride. Taught me how to grow, he showed me how to live, and I feel him standing by my side. When careless people hurt my pride, now in my heart I know, because my father told me so.
That was really KEO MAILANI. I love you. Thank you. Now, before I say ohuiho, I am just so honored to be able to have been asked by a very special friend of mine. Her name is Tracy, and on behalf of Tracy, who is just one of the most important individuals to KEO's life, both professionally and personally in his lifetime, she asked me to read this message to you for her since she couldn't be here. And on behalf of Tracy and Robert Cazimero, and all of the ohana, Racine, and the family, and Father Dwight, and everybody that I just got to see in Hawaii's memorial just the other week. So they send that their spirit is here with us, and this is Tracy's message. So thank you, Tracy, if you're watching right now. Aloha all, my name is Tracy LaRuya. I am a longtime friend of KEO's, as well as his publicist bodyguard. I only have joke about the bodyguard part because that's what we were. Guy Hess, my business partner, and I were bodyguards. Our job was to protect our friend, his work, his brand, and now his legacy. I wanted to share a little bit of KEO and his film life. For many who might not know, KEO's film, The Hamana, is the most successful independent film to come out of Hawaii. It is the only film that has ever sold out the Hawaii. All right, what a good film, right? I watched it like about 25 times already, and I got 3 DVDs as I burn them out. So I really do. It is the only film that has ever sold out the Hawaii International Film Festival, and the only film to have ever sold out the historic Hawaii Theater. Wow. It is still being viewed around the world thanks to Hawaiian Airlines in-flight movies, as well as being shown in schools, halaus, and other organizations worldwide. His legacy will live on not only in his community, but also globally. While a life in film was important to KEO, even more important was the sharing of his Hawaiian culture, and especially hula. I was one of 3 guests invited by KEO to witness his uniki ceremony, a Hawaiian graduation ceremony for hula, on Kauai at a sacred spot called Ipuha'a. A uniki ceremony consists of months of rigorous tests of the mind, body, soul, and hula. He passed them all, of course. When he was graduated after his final hula dance, the slight smile on his face said it all. I have never seen KEO cry. He shed tears of joy while he received thunderous applause by his closest friends and halau ohana, his family. What an accomplishment in life. In closing, I want to share that the Uluho Festival that KEO and I co-founded in 2015 will now be changed and turned into the Uluho Foundation. Its purpose is to continue new growth, which is what Uluho means, through food, film, and education, and to perpetuate the spirit of his work. We hope to execute a kickoff event in December of 2017 at the Honolulu Museum of Art's Doris Duke Theater. Mahalo for letting me be a part of this special day, a day to honor our heart. KEO Mailani. Aloha and malama pono, Tracy. Thank you.